One of the coolest spots to visit at San Diego Comic-Con is the Sideshow Collectibles booth. You saw us taking a tour of it earlier, and now we've got Mike Tolentino here from Sideshow Collectibles with his buddy Nathan Drake. And Mike, thanks for coming by and bringing your friend.
Thank you for having us. It was fun. It was an adventure getting here. Nathan always gets lost. We have our Nathan Drake premium format figure available at sideshow.com. This is a cool figure because it's got the full cloth costume. I mean, he's from head to toe. He's got the pants on, the thermal.
You can half tuck that thing in the back.
You can for swag.
Yeah,
he's got the swagger.
For that quintessential Drake look.
Yes, he's got his little scarf for when he's chilly, and his bandoliers are all leather. It's all hand stitched. You can see the thread lines and everything. It's really cool, really well put together.
And you can put this on, like you were putting this together earlier, and I hope you don't mind me calling you out.
I totally messed it up.
You had the bandolier on the wrong way. We checked the image, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You got to get our Drake.
He had to authenticize me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can dress it, you can customize it. If you don't want his man purse on, he can take his man purse off, or satchel, if you will. But yeah, so
the
it's
satchel. Yeah, that's a good word.
Man purse. But yeah, you can do it in a lot of different ways. He also has a switch out hand that comes out.
God, no!
So you can pull that off, and you can put his pistol in. You can take his pistol out of his holster there. So there's a lot of different options. We try to make it so you can have fun with your statue, and it's not just
a static thing. You know, I mean, it goes on your mantelpiece next to your picture of your family and other cherished items.
Yeah, it's like family, grandparents, Drake.
Yeah, in that order. You know, we got to have some perspective.
Yeah. And this is cool. And we're trying to do. We don't just want guys that are standing still. We want to make our statues sort of leap out, and he's literally leaping over this wall at you. And it's just a really dynamic piece, and we're giving it away here.
Yes, we are. Yeah, that's the extra exciting thing is that you can win this. All you got to do is go on Twitter. GameSpot just tweeted giveaway tweet. There it is. All you have to do is retweet that this weekend. On Monday, we'll be picking the winner and giving this away to a happy and healthy home, fortunately, because, you know, Nate has seen a lot of stuff
in his life. He needs a good, solid home.
Yeah,
someone to love him.
Supportive.
Leave some water out for him.
He gets thirsty with all the mantling and the flinging himself hither and yon. Very cool, Mike. But, you know, you guys have a huge booth at the show floor, as well as a bunch of new stuff you're showing off at San Diego Comic-Con. Talk to us a little bit about that stuff.
Sideshow Collectibles booth 1929. We're showing tons of new stuff right now. Our DC statues that we're revealing, we have our Batgirl, which is brand new, Power Girl, and the Lobo, which is cool. Lobo's about this big. He has a companion piece, his dog, which is a roided out pit bull or bulldog.
Nice.
And he's got two heads. He's got a switch out Sam Bisley head to make it more of the classic, and then he's got these cool space dreadlocks. It's fantastic.
Space dreadlocks.
Space dreadlocks.
Sold.
You had me at space dreadlocks. Switch out hand with the flaming skull. He's got a sickle. It's just really cool. And leatherwork. Our cut and sew team really puts that dynamic touch to it because it just adds a different layer to the statues.
You used that term earlier, cut and sew team. So like give me the structure of like what different teams. So you've got a different team for the cloth, you got a different team for other elements?
So first we start off on design, and then we'll break down to a sculpt. So they'll digitally do it, but with ZBrush, although get a big hunk of clay and sculpt it by hand. And then from there we mold it out, and then it goes to our paint team and our cut and sew team. So the paint teams will paint all the different parts of it.
Yeah, that's how you get the 5 o'clock, I've been lost in the desert for weeks shadow. Yeah.
And then our cut and sew team will put together the costume on a body, and we'll send that out to make sure we can get the right materials so he has that dingy, dirty look to his clothes. It's not just brand new cotton. It's, I mean, you can see it's all just detailed and weathered, and he looks gross. He looks like he smells.
Let's get a nice butt shot there.
There we go.
Looking good, Nate.
The untucked.
Yep. Get the half tuck. Yeah, totally. So
no tramp stamp.
So you get it together, and then do you have to sort of consult with Naughty Dog or Sony?
Yeah. Naughty Dog. You know? They work with us almost from the beginning as far as approving the concept and then making sure that we represent what it is they want us to make for them.
Cool. So, obviously Sony and Naughty Dog you guys have worked with. DC you've done a ton of work with, but that's not the limit of Sideshow Collectibles.
Yeah, we also have Marvel. We just actually revealed some Marvel 6-scale figures, which we're really excited about. Those are the articulated 12-inch figures.
Okay, 6 scale, what that means that they're
6 scale?
1/6
Yeah,
scale?
1/6, so if you're 1 scale.
Yep.
So if we did a 1/4 scale of you, it'd be this guy, and then if we did a 6 scale version
Be about a
of
foot
you,
tall.
Yeah, about a foot tall, 30 points of articulation, and we just revealed at the show our Deadpool and our Wolverine figure, and those both are amazing. What's cool about these ones is we're taking a little bit of artistic license of how they're designed. So these aren't designs that you've seen before in comics. Like the Wolverine actually has like a brown leather look to him, and he's got these cool gauntlets on his forearms. So we're doing a little bit off the beaten path.
That's really interesting because, I mean, within comics, of course, we've all seen superheroes have umpteen costumes depending on what incarnation of the hero it is. But for you guys to get to sort of put your own creative spin on it, that must be pretty cool.
Yeah, the creative team has a blast doing it because we're all fans of the properties, and we all have ideas of what they should be and how they should look. So it's a culmination of just everyone's working together, which it's always a great end product.
And we were talking earlier, speaking of sort of that creativity, you guys are really getting to flex that now with the new thing you guys are taking on.
The Court of the Dead, courtofthedead.com. That is our own IP, so it's our own independent property, and it is incredible. The story is heaven and hell have been waging war forever, and mankind's souls are trapped in the middle. So Death is tired of it, and he decides he's almost like the Professor X of the underworld. He starts taking all these souls and gathering his Court of the Dead to rise up and overthrow heaven and hell. The motto is rise, conquer, rule. And there's 3 factions. So there's flesh, bone, and spirit.
Ugh.
Exactly. It's kind of gross.
A little gross, but kind of cool.
But you need all 3 to survive. You need your flesh, you need your bone, you need your spirit.
Naturally. That's science.
Exactly. Science. We all learned that. And they all work together, and it's almost a Game of Thrones in the underworld, because there's a lot of political intrigue, backstabbing. Not only do we have these statues that we're putting out, but we have a graphic novel in the works. We have possible video games in the works. We're really spreading it out to get this property, and everyone's been super excited about it at the show. If you're at the show, come to the booth. There's a full circus tent in the middle of on the middle of the booth floor, and you can see all the future offerings that we're going to have of Court of the Dead.
Neat. Now it seems like you guys, Sideshow Collectibles, you have this creative team that is responsible for taking a still image of Nathan Drake or maybe a 3D model and turning it into this.
That big dynamic statue.
You've got the creative engine there, and that interpretation. It must just be pretty friggin' cool for the artists to get to conjure things out of their own brain.
And they can go unchecked too, which is great because we don't have to be bound by. Like we said, we love working with Naughty Dog and Star Wars and Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
But to be able to play in our own sandbox, it's super fun. Just because everyone's flexing their creative juices, and the product speaks for themselves. You can tell it's a labor of love.
And so it's not just going to be an assortment of figures and statues. It's going to be a graphic novel.
A graphic novel in the works. We might even do different formats of the figures. So right now they're all 1/4 scale, but they might, if the interest warrants, they could go to 12-inch figures. They can go to life-size busts. We have some. So we have a lot of things planned. It just depends where the momentum takes us.
Sure, depends, sort of what catches on and where you guys sort of feel like you want to go with it. Do you have a favorite among the Court of the Dead?
Court of the Dead, there's a figure called Aglavale, which is the executioner, and it's disgusting. He's got these little fingers over coming under his chin, and he's got this dog that we call Doglavale, and he's got human hands for paws.
The dog has human hands for paws.
Super creepy. And then there's the Red Death, which it's the guy holding the mat, and just is what we call it, because he's just holding his innards. It's so good.
Could you sculpt this more?
And I think that was a design.
More there.
That was the art direction. But they all look great, and they look. Like I said, the feedback on it has been super positive, so we're really excited.
I take it back. It's horrifying that you guys are taking your own creative license with this stuff.
It's a little bit scary that that's what comes out of us.
I'm a little frightened, but very cool for you guys at Sideshow Collectibles. And if folks are interested in Court of the Dead, they can check some more stuff out where?
courtofthedead.com. We also have a number of giveaways this year. We're doing, if you go to courtofthedead.com, you could win the Queen of the Dead. If you go to sideshow.com/win-solo, you could win the life-size 1-to-1 Han Solo.
Life size.
Life size, 1-to-1. So about that. So if you have someone living with you, you will have to have them move to the closet.
Sure. Yeah. Han Solo requires a bedroom.
He does.
Yeah.
A themed bedroom. We're giving away a Hulk statue from the Avengers, so that's sideshow.com/smash. That's the maquette from the Avengers. And we're giving away Harley Quinn. So that one, I believe, is sideshow.com/Harley.
And so you actually sell these things too, though, right?
We do, yeah.
You don't just do a bunch of giveaways?
We spend all this time and we just hand them out like candy. No, yeah, sideshow.com is our main website. Okay. It's our blog, it's our store. We sell direct to customers. You can also buy them at your local comic book stores if they carry them. But yeah, the store, the customer service team at Sideshow is great. They'll help you out. We have FlexPay, so when you can't afford it, we can just take your money a little bit at a time.
Very accommodating of you, Mike. Very generous.
We're givers. It's what we do.
We give you opportunities to give us money in exchange for this cool stuff. Of course, Nathan Drake
who
here
doesn't
again
want Nathan Drake,
is one of the giveaways, and we're doing it through GameSpot, through the generosity of the folks here at Sideshow. All you have to do is get on Twitter, follow GameSpot, and find that tweet about the giveaway. Retweet it this weekend, and we'll be picking the winner on Monday. Mike Tolentino, thank you so much for coming on by.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you guys for the Drake. We're gonna find him a happy home, and sideshow.com, courtofthedead.com. Check it out, folks.
Thank you.